Hi guys, it's RexJerichoHardy here, doing a brand new WWE predictions video. It's for Elimination Gym, as you can see one of the specs. New specs I got in the middle there. Okay, so this Sunday we have coming up the Elimination Chamber, which is a returning video. It's about time. Took long enough. Reason is because I modify it for the arenas upgrading and all that, so that I'm making upgrades, and apparently there is an upgrade to this one again, which last time was upgraded last time, so it's kind of like, what have you done? It's going to be a square chamber. So we have like 8 matches here. 8. I'll wait to ensure if there's any pre-shows, because I'm going to try not miss any of the pre-show matches because I don't see the point in missing them out, but it really seems like one of them jobbing matches where it's just like, yeah, not interested. So we'll start off the pre-show match, obviously, because that's on the first match of the night, which is usually on right about, depending on when the pre-show starts, so it could be an hour before, it could be half an hour before, depending. We have Mojo Rawley versus Kurt Hawkins in a singles match. Oh god, this is where this. I've not even really seen or cared much about them two lately. I don't really think Hawkins and Mojo's been on TV that often as well. If they have, I've not paid attention to them. I want to go with Mojo Rawley, just because he's like a powerhouse. Next we have a Wyatt match, as I like to call it, a singles match. Luke Harper versus Randy Orton. Now, at the momentum of Orton winning the Rumble, I've got to see Orton's going to win it. I'd rather see Orton and get the momentum, so that means it'll head towards WrestleMania 33, but it has to be, well, to me it's going to have to be Orton, but the argument is with Harper when it comes to Harper's, he's one of the original Wyatts. Next we have a 2-on-1 handicap match. Apollo Crews and Kalisto versus Dolph Ziggler. Makes no sense. He's not Braun Strowman, so what the frick is going on? It's Dolph Strowman. It's a brand new Strowman. It's Strowman's legitimate son. Just because of the odds, I'm gonna go with Ziggler. Just because of the odds. To me, I just don't see him winning that. It'll do. Next we have singles women's match. Becky Lynch versus Mickie James. Now this is interesting. These are both wrestlers I like, so it's like they're good wrestlers. Just like shove it. I want to go with Mickie James. I've got a high feeling that Becky Lynch is going to win, but I'd rather go with Mickie James. I just do. Next we have Nikki Bella versus Natalya in the singles match. Nikki Bella, because of the way it's been going, because Natalya's been taunting her like crazy, and then Nikki Bella's doing the same, but Nikki Bella. Next we have American Alpha versus Isla and Rhino versus Breezango versus the Usos versus the Ascension versus the Vondervillains in a tag team turmoil match for the tag team titles. This is awkward for me. This is awkward. I like American Alpha. I like Isla and Rhino. I like the Ascension. I like the Vondervillains a little bit. The team I think I don't really have much finger with is Breezango, but all the Usos. Never been defended after really the tag team titles in ages. I'm gonna have to go for. Well, see, to me the underdogs of that match would be the Vondervillains, but I'm just gonna go with the Vondervillains. It's just because it most likely probably go back to American Alpha, but I'd rather pick someone who's opposite, if you get what I mean. Next we have Alexa Bliss versus Naomi for the SmackDown Women's title. Now, I've been waiting for this match. I've been wanting to see Naomi versus Alexa Bliss. I'd rather have them keep changing the women instead of see them fight each other. I'd rather have a new, like, there's about 6 women on the SmackDown roster. Come on, give each one of them a shot each time. And easily change it and then bring new women in and eventually start adding them into the list. But it's been very good. But let's see. We had Becky Lynch as champion when the first thing there was Alexa Bliss. Gonna see it changing hands again. More 2017 sake, I think it should. I think Naomi should get a hold of it because she's never held one yet and let her have a chance of having it. You know what I mean? So, the thing is, though, my mind's telling us Alexa Bliss. I'll just go for Alexa Bliss because it's our liquid. It's our liquid way I like it. So it's like yes. But I'd love to see Naomi. Honestly, would love to see Naomi, but it's a bit too early to switch. But you know, they like to switch whenever they want. But Alexa Bliss. Okay, the final match is Elimination Chamber match for the WWE Championship between John Cena, the man that runs the place, AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose, The Miz, Baron Corbin, and Bray Wyatt. Now, there's been a lot of controversy lately over the internet, and I shouldn't say controversy because that's not even the word to describe it. A lot of rumouring that Wyatt's going to win, they're going to vote for Wyatt. Now, if that is the case, yes, do it. It's better than John Cena versus Orton because John Cena versus Orton's boring, and it's not because of the John Cena. It's not because of it's out like Randy Orton case or John Cena case. It's because John Cena is starting to get boring again, and in the case of the way he's going around getting handed titles that he's not earned. He's not doing jack shit for. People could say, yeah, he has not. No, he isn't. He's only going to be there for 6 months this year. That's a fucking jobber. That's worse than the Brock Lesnar holding the title. And he was only there for only a few months, and still, it's a jobber. Jobbers shouldn't be allowed title shots. They should be unredeemed. They should be forced to fight at least enough people. Depending on how many weeks they've been out. It's just not right if Cena gets handed the title again. It's like Roman Reigns and Roy gets handed everything that gets given to him. He's never earned any shit. Him and Cena are just like father and fucking son. God, hopefully Billy doesn't get in that way because she's a double Cena. But I'm going to go with Theatre of Worlds because I'd love to see Bray Wyatt. It would be awesome to see The Miz champion. It'd be awesome to see Baron Corbin champion. I would have seen just as champion again, yes. The only two which I'm displeased with is John Cena and Dean Ambrose. But Dean Ambrose's reason is he's boring now. And the idea of you going around being allergic, no offense, but that's boring. I've seen that many times. It's not interesting. It's not. It's boring. It's better when he's got the puns and that towards him. The retalks and he does that as Ambrose Asylum. That was funny. But going around just attacking people, I've seen that many times. It's boring now. It's not new. It's not. It's old fashioned. Get over it. Old. But yeah, definitely Bray Wyatt for that match. I'd rather see the Worlds versus Randy Orton. Because Cena versus Orton, boring. Cena, what is this, the 77th match? Freaking hell. How many times I've seen it, it's that boring that bloody hell can fall asleep to it. With the way Orton's been Wyatt and that, it would make sense for Eric to come back, which he's overdue. The Richard Wyatt's to get back together. And then they could have Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, and Bray Wyatt, which always seem to be the managers, versus Randy Orton, which would be interesting. The case is where, like, again, what if there was some sort of storyline around it when Kane said, "Oh, I shouldn't have trusted this." What if you killed Kane, pretended to get against him, and Kane comes in Randy Orton's side again? But it's not as anything. They trick the Wyatts. Both, because the Wyatts try to trick them. It ends up reversing the Wyatts, and they trick the Wyatts. Because Kane hasn't been seen in months. Possible. But that's it really for the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. It's pretty cool. I've done it it's great to see it back on the calendar because it's overdue. We should have had this back years ago. Fastlane's terrible. I'm glad Raw's got it. It's the worst pay-per-view of the bloody calendar, which are the first three. But next will be Fastlane, and then the following will be an NXT TakeOver and a WrestleMania. Then it'll be at the minute last year it was Payback and Extreme Rules in that order, and then this year might be Extreme Rules then Payback. But I'm hoping SmackDown gets Extreme Rules and Raw gets Payback, because SmackDown do a better job of them than Raw. Then, because 1 to June, it's Money in the Bank, it's crossover, so it's like, as I refer to it now, it's the Big Five. It's not the Big Four, it's the Big Five, because you've got Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. Because Money in the Bank's always going to be crossover. There's no way they can split that up to a separate selected brand. Something like that. They can't do that. Hopefully there's going to be 2 Money in the Bank, so because the awkward question is at the minute with that is why have one when you've got 2 brands? And no offense, but they shouldn't have the idea of, I can cash on these superstars, because that's, no offense, but that was ridiculous last time. And the superstars don't appear on any other show, do they? So what's the point in the thing? Just have one. Have one where it's like, if you win the Raw one, you have the title opportunity to go for the the Universal, I was going to say the United States, the tag team, and I would say this is for selected weights, cruiserweight. So you've got 4 choices there. On SmackDown, do the same. The 3, the Intercontinental, the tag team. And what they could do to flip it around a little bit, they could do like say like a briefcase match or something on NXT, and let them have a choice, because realistically NXT should have a secondary title by now. It's overdue. Come on, we need another title in there, because it's getting a bit boring just having one person being champion all the time. Then it gets treated like recently it was Shinsuke Nakamura for ages, now it's Bobby Roode. It's going to be on him for ages. It's just going to get boring again. It's great to see him as champion, but it's not great, if you know what I mean. In the long run, it's not. But did a good job. Let him keep it fun now. Just hopefully he loses it by. Well, if we have an NXT takeover buff in June, I would say then, because that'd be ideal. Let him keep it for the WrestleMania one. Let him lose it then give it to someone else. Just they need to push up Shinsuke up as soon as possible. And since Bobby Roode's been there a bit, then I might as well try and push him up around about June time as well, because we need a few more wrestlers up on the main roster. Samoa Joe's just came to Raw, which now it's got me on the lines thinking, well, if Samoa Joe's on Raw, wouldn't it be ideal to put Shinsuke on SmackDown? But I don't see them doing that. He's a big wrestler. I don't see why they're just going to tie him down to that show. Like, tie him down to, like, bloody SmackDown. No, it's a great show, don't get me wrong, but I see them more tying him down to Raw than SmackDown, because there's just nothing. He's a new superstar to them, and there's nothing they'll play worse than a new superstar on Raw. There's barely any new superstars on SmackDown. They're all oldies, and honestly, that's what makes the show great, because the one that we know. Then it's like a few newies, like American Alpha and Von Villains. Realistically, they're the youngest, probably. Being they're the youngest. Alexa Bliss again. She was in NXT. She came up. She was only a bit youngish. But yeah, there's not that many, but it's sort of like, it'd be cool if he does go, because then I could see him seeing Shinsuke versus AJ Styles. That would be a really good match. The chances of that happening are a slim thing. It's like bloody Undertaker versus Styles. That'll never happen. Vince and his unlawfulness. So that's the Elimination Chamber predictions. I know I've blagged on a bit there. Lol. But that's the Elimination Chamber predictions. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, pretty please. We're back for Fastlane, which is at WrestleMania time. No, coming at WrestleMania time, which, well, WrestleMania used to be March. And then, as I said, there'll 2 pay-per-views after that. But that's RexJerichoHardy, and thanks for watching, and goodbye.